Wowza, wowza.
What's happening, everybody? It's Wednesday again.
Wednesday. Hump
feel like-
day. You think it's a lot of A's in hump day or a lot of Y's? Is it hump day?
Like
Or is it hump
A-Y-Y-Y-Y. I don't know. What's up, Reed? What's up,
Neither.
Logan? Reed's
Me neither.
awake. What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a good night.
What?
DJ, what's going on, dude? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so it's
Trying to
Wednesday
find my
again
YouTube.
for the 9 millionth time.
I can't believe
This
that it's
year.
already the middle of May. What the what?
It's the 12th, right?
It's
fucking
pretty much
12th.
the middle of May.
Jeez. I don't know, man. Kind of one of those months. I don't know. It's going by too quick. I think we've been too busy at work.
Life goes by too quick.
Work's been too busy. I don't know. Kind of like,
I'm trying to get some stuff together for my first quarter accomplishments. I'm like,
You guys have to do that shit for your jobs where you
Do
have
it.
to put together your own.
put it together.
What is it?
and-
Your own
Accomplishments.
PE,
Q1 accomplishments.
Q1 bullshit. I don't know. Dirtbags. What's happening in 1911?
what's up, homies?
What's going on, dude?
What?
Hope you guys are having a good night. Thanks for joining us on The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's Beth.
I know one day I'm just going to be like Misty. That's Greg. This is Misty.
Your alter ego.
I'm gonna just mix it
Misty.
up a
How's the
little.
audio sound? I turned it down a little bit. Just curious. Kind of trying to adjust a few things. Dirtbags. Hell yeah, dude. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh,
I know
I just took a
it's
sip.
okay that you can have a retro.
There you go.
Cheers.
I almost burped into the mic. That would
It's Wednesday, so we got some fun
Fantastic.
shit. What's up, Julia? How you doing? We got some fun shit to talk about tonight.
Hola,
We got some cool
mi
shit.
amiga.
Go out and check us out. Bar is Open, Beth and Greg, on YouTube, on
Can do it.
Facebook,
Yeah.
on where else?
Spotify.
Spotify and iTunes. And
iTunes.
Podbean, if you really are
Wow.
into some fucking podcasting shit. Nobody used Podbean, though, for the most part. Bill said, what's up, Bill? His job doesn't give a fuck what he does. So that's
How do
good.
I get that job?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like corporate jobs. We have corporate jobs and stuff, and a lot has changed over the past, I don't know, year or so.
DMFD, Des Moines Fire Department.
He's working on getting that. I don't know. Which fire department is that? Is that Des Moines? I don't know.
What's DM?
DM.
Dirty Man Fire Department.
That's like a calendar, I think.
could. Oh, good
You
idea.
don't have to do your own professional evaluation. Well, you have to be photographed for that. He said yes. So it's
Okay.
Des Moines. Nice.
at me.
Des Moines.
Big
Des
brain.
Moines.
The big brain.
Des
on
Moines.
that.
Oregon.
I
all the
told
fucking
you.
Illinois.
Illinois. I used to say Illinois. I used to say salmon.
Yeah, I'd have to divorce you if you said that.
Well, my ex-husband corrected me, and I did divorce him, so don't do that.
Nice. Yeah, go out and share this, dude. If you guys don't mind, go out and share the show tonight. Just throw a share out there. Hit the like button.
A chair.
Hit the thumbs up.
Show a
All
chair.
the good stuff. We appreciate it. You know, we've got some fun shit. But how's again? We kind of kicked off the beginning of the show. Like, how's your week been? Kind of what I'm curious about.
So, I think I might have mentioned that
We don't talk much
during the day.
during the day at all.
Weekends, yes, but
Yeah.
even though we're literally like 20 feet from each other, we're both too
She's
busy.
downstairs. I'm upstairs
We
working
might
all day
pass
long.
each other,
Once in a while.
bathroom run.
Yep. It's a
Coffee
weird
break.
thing.
So I don't know if I mentioned this. So through work, we get these points called healthy points through various healthy challenges that you can do, and it helps lower your insurance for the upcoming year. Well, there was a sleep one that I was really interested in, and I did it, and I learned a lot that I do wrong.
How can you I just want to go to sleep before 3 o'clock in the
So
morning.
I did not know this, but waking up and going to bed at different times is really bad. Actually, waking up at different times is actually worse than going to bed at different times. Is really bad for your health, which I didn't know that.
So like you can have a heart attack and shit.
yeah, well,
if
it
you're
raises
old
your
and
raises your blood pressure.
So I should be getting up at like
cholesterol.
9 o'clock instead of noon on weekends.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I started setting
The best part of
alarm.
weekends when you don't have kids.
But it
Sleeping,
throws off
the-
your sleep pattern. So
circadian rhythm.
This week, I started trying to be asleep, like in bed, asleep, lights out by midnight. I've done pretty well.
Yep.
I've set my alarm to get up at 8. So on iPhones, you can go to the health app and you can actually set all this shit up so it gives you a friendly reminder when it's time to start winding down. I woke up today pretty damn rested, and this never happens. My alarm went off, and I hit the snooze, and I was like, I don't even think I need to snooze. I think I can just get out of bed.
Really?
Right?
Goddamn right.
And so that is going to be now my wake up time, even on the weekends,
Because
is
you're being consistent.
8 a.m. It's going to suck
8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
fuck all that.
They did say, so I know I go to bed late on the weekends because it's relaxed. They did say, even if you go to bed at like 1 or 2, you should still get up at 8 a.m.
Just suck it up.
Because you're not going to make up that sleep you already lost. There's no, you can't put anything in the bank account for future use. So I'm going to keep trying it and see what happens.
I've been doing the same thing for years.
It made my
workouts
workouts crazy busy. I mean, crazy better.
You think so?
Yeah.
Bill said, is anybody else eating
Sounds delicious.
Funyuns?
I saw Funyuns and corn dogs, and I was
naked and eating Funyuns, and then Julia said she's eating corn dogs. So we're just naked from the waist down. So we're just not going to get up right now. You will never know.
You wouldn't, unless we do one of those Zoom accidents.
Yeah, those fuckers get caught jerking off or something like that.
So Who does that in a meeting? I mean, at least log off.
Creepy fuckers.
At least log off.
So we watched, I don't know about you guys, but on Sunday we literally sat inside and I was like fucking tired. What we do on Saturday?
Well, you partied all weekend. We started on Thursday.
That's what it was,
And you and the neighborhood stayed out till like 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night.
Garage party. We went old school. Not even old school. We just had a garage party.
I was tired.
And Beth read her vampire book or some shit like that.
That sucked, by the way.
Yep.
Book 3, I was like, I'm fucking out.
And then we watched Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, which
all day.
Had you ever seen it more than the first time you and I saw it together?
No.
I hadn't either.
I kind of wish I hadn't. It was all right.
No, it was. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
I spent 12 hours.
It wasn't even that long. It's only 4 movies.
They're like 3 hours apiece.
2 hours long. They were 3 hours apiece because it's on TV with commercials, but they're typically they're really.
I don't know about you guys.
You would have done it on Prime. It probably would have been 8 hours total. But it was good. It was good to see it again, catch some things I hadn't caught before.
Yep. Yep.
Apparently, it's a big book that a lot of authors like to read about and reference in their books. So it's kind of like I've had several books.
That's just ripping shit off. But
no. They don't like. They talk about like I want to be like, and they'll say Katniss and da da da. The last one I read did Wedding Planner with Jennifer.
See, like
Jennifer
come up with
Lopez.
your own shit.
No, they're just saying the character wants to be like them.
Get creative. Lloyd, I did see that. So Ross Patterson Revolution got pulled off of Spotify for some reason. So it is interesting. Oh, it got pulled off of Apple Podcast. I'm kind of curious to see why.
Tenderloin. Damn,
so
9/11.
I'm wondering, so no, that was on a Drinking Bros where he talked about the whole Narcos thing yesterday. Where Narcos, remember I told you about the episode of Narcos where they were on, Beth's dad's a DEA agent, so it's kind of like a thing that we talked about before, and her dad's older than those guys by probably
My dad's been retired for
20 years longer
he's been
than those
for
guys.
About 30 years now.
And it's interesting. It's still on Apple, Craig said. Okay, cool. But it's interesting. I'm kind of curious what got them pulled off. It's still on Apple, but they got pulled off of Spotify. And I checked this earlier, too, because I saw it pop up.
Interesting.
So,
it's just so
Logan just said it didn't play for him on Apple. So I'm interested to see kind of what the fuck, like how controversial are they're not.
They're not.
Right?
They're usually just funny.
Yeah, so I'm wondering.
I don't know, but you have to think about it that you tried to post that clip and they wouldn't let you do it.
Well, last week somebody said that it could have been too long or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Did you ever try to fix it?
I said fuck it.
Drop the ball, Lamontagne.
No, I just said fuck it. Just kind of move on with our lives, right? But it'll be interesting because they're a couple. They're like Beth and I, right? And they just have conversations about shit. And, we're probably a little more guarded than them because we do have other jobs, right? And, we're not, this is for fun and this is a little bit different. We were talking about it earlier. It's like, if we could make X amount of money on this.
If we could make this amount of money, I'd be like,
peace out, corporate world.
Yeah.
Corporate world. So
I'm going to play with
I don't know. It'll be fun.
Podcast all day.
So, just keep us posted on that. Would you say you got the same error on Podbean? I'm wondering, so that's where you download everything. Like, to stream a podcast, you stream it through Podbean, right? So you have a Podbean account, and then it pushes it out to all the other ones. So maybe maybe they forgot to pay their fucking Podbean bill. Wouldn't that be stupid? Like the $200 Podbean bill? I seriously doubt that too, right? I don't know. We'll see. Well, we got some fun shit to jump into tonight. First thing that I'll bring up is I started watching this show because I'm out of shit to watch. And Beth, as you guys know, like Beth and I, we watch a lot of stuff on
we watch a variety
Netflix,
of stuff.
But we try and share shit. Like we always wait for each other to watch certain things.
Right.
And one of them, I always try and find like random shit to watch.
Right. And you should watch that one I told you not to watch that somebody said it was bad because that doesn't drive you nuts. Like
what is it?
The one that like the stowaway or something with the girl. I told you it ends.
If you told me
it ends abruptly, like all of a sudden
shit,
it's just
it's
over.
that movie, but it's a movie, and I'm kind of I don't know.
You don't do
Yeah,
movies.
it's
You only do
Stowaway.
a
It's just
series.
Stowaway, yeah.
You only do series. You're a series snob.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But I watched this one. It's called BioHackers, and
yeah.
it's a German show, right? I've watched Russia,
You watched
Korea,
Prague.
fucking Czech Republic. Doesn't matter. I'll watch it all, and I just read my way through it, right? And Beth hates that shit. So
Why do I hate that shit?
because you have to pay attention.
Because I'm dyslexic and
Well,
it's
there's
too
that
fast.
too, and you have to pay attention. And then there's this one spaz girl in it who I had to rewind like 3 times because she's supposed to be like, I think she's supposed to have like ADHD or something like that, and she talks super fast. Anyway, couldn't read fast enough, and the shit's scrolling through. But the interesting part about it was made in 2020, right? And they're trying to cure all illnesses,
Good luck.
right? And they start with like embryos, and they fuck the embryos up intentionally.
Wait,
and
what?
Right.
Obviously, somebody donated them to science.
Who knows, right? But we go. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it kind of made me start thinking. It was in 2020, and it made me start thinking about, oh, well, that's kind of perfect timing to have a movie or a show like that come out where we're talking about, biohacking is you get a flu vaccine, you get other types of vaccines. You're biohacking your system,
Right.
right? Because you're trying to override what your
Trying to
body will
circumvent.
do, right?
Right.
But in the show, it was interesting. There's this one kid who actually physically biohacks himself.
What?
Right? So there's one where he's putting like an RFID. Have you guys seen any of
What's
this
an
shit?
RFID?
Like a scanner,
Okay.
right? Where you put a scanner in your. Okay, so think about, the Apple Pay, like where you can just go boop and you just tap your phone to it.
Mhm.
That's like basically
You're gonna pay
a
with
scanner.
his.
You put it in your finger. People have been talking about this for a long
He
time.
put it in his rib.
He did like a big one in his rib, but people do this in real life.
What? Did he do it himself, or he had somebody do
Well,
it?
he was like in the show, he's like cutting himself and he's got a big gaping and he's putting like
Oh,
this thing in him,
gross.
right? This little metal chip kind of thing in him. But people actually do this because I saw this a few years ago where
Right.
people biohack
in
themselves.
their brain and stuff, right?
Well, that's I'll get to that in just a minute,
Okay.
right? But there's different types of biohacking. There's like physical alteration,
Okay.
right? Where you have like where you're cutting your fingers and you're putting like, or even injecting a
It's a foreign object going
foreign
into your
object
body,
into
going
you, where
one way
you
or the
can
other.
just like, say you're going to work and you got to go through a scanner and you just dab it. And I think like there's some countries or companies overseas that are doing this shit.
So instead of a badge, you
Instead of a badge, you just put your finger, but it's not your
Can't you just do
fingerprint.
Your fingerprint? I mean,
Because
why do you have to put
well,
something?
you've seen the movies; they can just like get your fingerprint and put it on.
Use
like,
some Elmer glue and make
Yeah,
a copy of your
right.
finger.
but if it's in a
Sure.
little chip,
Yeah.
you can't do that, right? But
What's
I saw
I would be interested to know what the high rejection rate is.
like how your body rejects it.
Body's like, I mean,
I
it's
don't
kind
know.
of like a splinter, or what do you get it when you get stuck in your finger from wood? You get them all the time.
A splinter,
I guess it is a splinter.
splinter of wood. I'm like,
It didn't sound right
that
though.
didn't seem that
I
complicated.
mean, your body eventually works that out because it's like, yeah, you don't belong here.
So Ruben said that's why he has RFID covers on all of his credit cards. So like they make wallets that you can't scan through, right?
Yeah.
So you have like RFID readers, you have magnets. People will put magnets in their fingers. Or fucking, they'll try and do like keyboards, like different. People will do fucking anything.
On the remake of
Which one was
Arnold
that?
Schwarzenegger, Mars, Total Recall.
Total Recall, where he can go like that.
Well,
and
no.
he cuts that fucking thing
Well,
out of
but
his
that's
hand.
his phone.
Yeah.
Like he could just put it to him, and that's I don't. Did he put it to his ear? I don't think so, but I think
He
he
just went
tucked into it.
and it was like, boop.
And it, yeah. I
Or
was
it was
like,
on his arm or
that
some
would be
shit.
badass. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the first. I wouldn't want to be in the first.
Sweden. Nicole said
100,000 to
Sweden
try
does
that.
it.
I
yeah.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. So you start thinking about biohacking, right? And as basic as biohacking is, can be like taking vitamins,
Okay, I do that.
right? Take vitamins.
Supplements.
It's a supplementation of like you're doing
But is
something.
that really bio? I guess.
right?
it is?
You're doing something to alter your natural
Okay.
state, right? But like, what were the ones that I read? Cold therapy, intermittent fasting. Those are kind of like very simple ones.
That's not. That's
But
not
it's considered-
introducing something into your
But
foreign
that's where it
object
gets
into your
different,
body,
right? So
it's
then,
just changing your eating habits. Because when I'm on my game for my eating, I
But it's in the group called BioHack. I Googled it tonight.
I
and
don't think that fits there.
Looked it up. And
I'm just telling
I
you
did
my
some
thought.
homework.
Giving you my 2 cents. I don't think that fits there because that's like saying you accidentally skip lunch because you're too busy. Are you biohazarding or did you just skip lunch?
But if you're intentionally doing it, I don't know. I'm just saying it's in the list of biohacking shit, right?
Yes.
So, that's where I was getting to the more extreme stuff.
It didn't work. Oh. Yeah.
But the biggest one that we have really that's kind of coming out is, of course, Elon Musk's Neuralink.
Okay.
Right? Where they actually put a mesh net inside over your brain, right? So we've talked about this, and I went to a conference, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 years ago, where they were introducing Neuralink, right? For people that have like paralysis or, different things that happening,
yeah.
like say they're blind or something like that, and and it's very fine needles, like, thinner than a hair that go into your brain in different spots, and they can trigger whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You think Neuralink, and they were even talking to the point where we wouldn't actually have to talk out loud.
We could just
I could just think something and I could send it to you. Imagine sending somebody a fucking text.
No, because you know what I'd say?
Or accidentally sending somebody a text.
Yeah, exactly. When you think the worst about somebody, you're like, I didn't mean to send that. Sorry, I don't like you.
That whole performance evaluation conversation, you're like,
well,
you didn't mean to say, motherfucker, I don't want to do this. What would you biohack? If you could biohack, what would you, something on yourself, what would you do? What would you guys do? What would you biohack on yourself? Would you want to would you want to improve your physical stamina or your
probably
speeds
maybe my cardio, my stamina, because I suck at cardio, but maybe my boobs. Maybe I want them bigger.
What if you could just have like a pump in there and be like, boop, and they go.
Only when it's necessary. Like when I go work out, I can deflate it so they're not bouncing around, and then when I go out in my
biohack a dong.
I
guess that's kind of like the drugs you take for that. Roman. What else would you do? Anything?
I don't know that I would. As much as I want it to be, because I think it's really cool, I don't know that I would do it to myself.
Would you put a scanner in your finger?
Because here's what happens. So you put all this shit in you. Does it just give them another way to somehow track you? Because
good fucking question.
They
right?
have these readers everywhere, and if you've got a scanner on you, and you go just buy a camera, and they're like, "Oh, she's right here. Oh, he's right there. Oh, they're over there."
This is gonna be a China heavy show.
I.e.
China, like they're tracking everybody, fucking everywhere they move. Yeah. All it takes because they're just facial recognition and everything else.
So I guess it's kind of already happening, but are you increasing the odds of Big Brother knowing even more about you because now you're basically a walking catalog of everything you do and everywhere you go and everything you buy and where you're logging into shit? And I just feel so that's one of my concerns. 2, I feel like a bunch of people are going to get jacked up until this gets like worked out in 20 more years.
It's been going on for years.
I know, but like 20 more years, then it'll probably be at a point where it's not gonna infect your body, or you say those little needles barely hurt, but have you ever gotten a hair in your eye? How bad does that fucking
Your brain
hurt?
doesn't have
pain receptors.
Yeah, pain receptors.
Okay.
You think about it, like if you were paralyzed,
I think it's great for. I was gonna say for
and you could control like an exoskeleton or something like that, and be able to move around.
We have people that get that for Parkinson's in their.
My aunt
did
brain.
That.
Yeah. She did something like that.
She did something like that to help
it's
control her
theoretically
tremors.
biohacking, right?
There's a lot of good that can come from it. I don't think I would do it just to be like, I want to be able to like pay for this with my hand. I have a phone.
I don't even use my phone. I use my debit card.
I do sometimes, and I have my watch.
You do?
Yeah.
Use your phone?
Fuck yeah.
God damn, you're
fancy.
Friday. You're fancy.
Fancy.
So there's other people that are like just for pain or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you're like my brother's Marine, right? And his back is blown the fuck out.
Can help with PTSD too. Think
PTSD, yeah. If you could.
But again, you have to think about how wrong it could also go with those people for PTSD and make them even worse.
Yeah.
Until they've got it
dialed in.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're basically playing God, and there's a lot that can go wrong with that.
There's a lot that goes wrong with regular medicine, though, right?
We have probably been playing God since somebody figured out toilet paper.
Before there was painkillers, we were playing God.
Right. So, it's not something new, and I definitely have the mindset that if he didn't want us to learn about it, he wouldn't have given us the education and the technical and the wherewithal, the technology. I just still think you have to be really careful because, like everything else, there'll be extremists.
Fuck yeah.
On both
absolutely.
sides. There'll be extremists saying everybody's got to get this now, and there's going to be extremists saying nobody should get this now. So you've got to find that middle ground.
It's an interesting show. So go out and check it out. And
Did you watch it all already?
Yeah, it's like 6 episodes.
You said they're like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, they're 40 minutes, something like that. And there's going to be a season 2 of it, whatever. But it's kind of an interesting thing because the girl has she's been biohacked, right? But she doesn't know it for a while.
The ADHD girl?
No, different girl.
I thought it was maybe that's why she has ADHD.
So it's this crew of like these quirky kids.
When you say kids, are they like 20-somethings and 30-somethings?
They're like
or what's a kid
freshmen
to you
in
know?
college.
Okay.
Like, fuck, you could be 25 and you're a kid to me.
True that.
If you're younger than me, you're a fucking kid at this point. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. But go check it out. It's called Biohackers, so kind of a fun thing. So you got hoverboards. What's going on with hoverboards?
So
Are they actually going to be fucking real? Are we talking like
like
legit?
Like legit.
Because I'll go, like, I grew up skateboarding.
Hold on.
And I had to stop because I broke myself.
So they say that
times.
2021 is the year that hoverboards will be ready for purchase.
I call bullshit.
You want to take a
Are we
stab
talking
before?
fans?
No.
Like fans?
You want to?
I'm
going to show you a video in a minute. Can I just have this
electromagnetic
conversation? Guys,
skateboards.
quiet.
Keep dead air kills business.
I don't have dead air when I have you besides me. So take a stab at how much you think they're going to be.
12 grand.
Yep.
20 grand.
Nope.
50.
Yes. $40,000 to $50,000. I was like, that is a car.
I'd rather ride one of those than pay for the car that I have in my garage that has 900 miles on it.
There will be a weight limit of 200 pounds. However, the heavier you are, the shorter time of duration, because I guess the battery has to work harder.
So if you're a skinny bitch, you can ride that motherfucker all day long.
Yeah. And they say they can fly really high, really, really high. Like, I was watching this video, I was like, nope, and not going to happen, because I would be the dumbass that falls off of it.
Let's see it. You guys hoverboarding? $1 is what Craig got. Always go $1. Price is right rules.
Oh, hold on. Oh.
She's got another goddamn advertisement.
It wasn't there a minute ago.
Everybody that's been alive since like Back to the Future.
Well, Back to the Future, they had those cool skateboard hoverboards.
That's what were hoverboards. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's see. All right, go now.
All right, it's on. Blow it up. There we go. All right. So where is this hoverboard? And what the fuck am I looking at?
See the dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can fast
All
forward
right.
it, but
No, just let it go. Let it go. Let this thing go.
There's obviously a conversation happening that we can't hear.
All right, so he's controlling this thing with like a, oh, that's not a hoverboard.
Is he hovering?
No. He's not using electromagnetic whatever field for that.
It's a hoverboard, technically.
Fuck that
thing. It's a $40,000 to $50,000 hoverboard. It goes really fucking high, and I was like, what happens if you fall off?
You die.
Or you lose your balance because you're not super trim and fit like
you guys think that's actually a hoverboard? I don't know if that's a hoverboard.
And you go sideways.
It's like a hovercopter.
And now your blades are to the, your fans, as you call them, are to the up and down versus underneath.
I want to see him do a flip. He is pretty fucking high, though.
He's higher than those trees, and those are some good mountain trees.
All right, it's pretty rad, but still, I want a hoverboard.
You think a hoverboard
Logan said it's not a hoverboard.
Well,
I want electromagnetic.
This is what hoverboards are today. Go with that.
It's still based on a fan. It's fans.
Obviously, it's really hard to
cool
make the
that they
other
can
ones.
lift a 200-pound dude up.
If you think that the fans are 40 to 50, how much do you think the magnetic ones would
Chinese version? Mm-hmm. Probably like 10.
Look, he's got lights on his. He's fancy.
I already turned it off.
Oh.
I'm disappointed.
What did you say you think the expensive ones would be? The real ones?
The Chinese version?
Yeah.
Maybe with Chinese hands?
How much?
Little baby hands? 10 grand.
No, if this is 40 and 50 and it's fans.
Oh, no, they make everything cheaper over there. It's fine. Whatever. I'm not getting crazy. It's true. That's where we get like our cheap t-shirts. Where I got this, $5. Walmart. Nope. Not today.
You in that damn shirt.
Migo said, get a Hummer on a board. Could you do that?
I mean, technically,
that'd be dangerous as fuck, especially if there's blades blazing through there.
But does he mean that kind of board, or does he mean a surfboard?
I think he's talking about that one.
I don't think anybody's going to get a Hummer on that because A, it can only hold 200 pounds.
But what if she's got one side by side?
I'm pretty sure the
I
fans would hit her.
shouldn't judge whatever another person has one.
I'm sure the fans would hit her.
Just don't drop low. Your hair gets caught in that motherfucker. You're scalped.
You're scalped. That's horrible.
God damn.
That's jacked up right there.
God damn.
That is an instant horror movie right there. Hoverboards of death.
Crystal Lake. Hoverboards of death.
She went in for a
The new
blowjob. She
Jason.
came out with no hair.
The new Friday the 13th.
She came out with no scalp. No, frick the hair. She came out with no scalp.
Could happen. Fuck it. Whatever.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to probably be a lot. This will be interesting to watch from the perspective of somebody falls off of it. Is this company liable?
No, of course not. It's just like a skateboard.
Well, but people have
Dude,
found lawyers
nope.
that will take this and probably take it to court.
Get fucked. Skateboards have been around for a million years. You know how many times I've broken myself on a skateboard?
Lawsuits.
No, it's
Sure?
a complete. It's like
You
right.
sure?
It's literally like riding a bike. Like they're going to have all that
I'm
shit
pretty
covered.
sure there's been lawsuits for bikes. Like my parents probably could have. Not that my parents would ever done that, but when I almost cut off my heel in the spoke.
No, it's a bicycle.
I know, but that's the same thing as people's. We've had this conversation before, and I know this coffee was
Can you
this coffee was
sue-
really fucking hot. But somebody sued for getting hot coffee spilled in their lap. It's hot
It was
coffee.
McDonald's.
They
It was
still got sued.
12,000 degrees.
I know, but they still
we
got
talked
sued.
about that.
I mean,
like
that's what I just said. We've had this conversation before, and it was way wicked hot. But it's hot coffee. It's a skateboard. It comes inherent risk. Hot coffee has inherent risks. They still sued.
they
and won.
overheated it. We don't need to go down this
Anyways,
goddamn thing.
it'll be.
Corey
it's
said, so Gorilla Glue and that girl still put it in her hair. Yeah, she sued. Agreed. You're going to sue, but are you going to win
I
shit?
wonder. I've not looked back into
don't know.
that. That'd be. I'm going to write that down. Gorilla Glue hair.
Yep. There's going to be something.
'Cause
It's
she
like,
did have an attorney already, didn't she?
dude, attorneys
Glue hair
jump
girl.
out of the woodwork.
That's what I'm saying. This would probably get an attorney really quick.
It's like the attorney from fucking Breaking Bad. What's his name?
haven't
Can't
seen
remember
it.
his name.
I don't know it.
He's got his own show now. I've watched
Better Call
like,
Sal.
It's like Sal.
And his
Saul,
name was Sal.
Saul.
Whatever. His name was.
Better Call Saul.
He was the
It's
lawyer
like that,
in the movie
dude.
that has.
That's the motherfucker that's going to try and sue.
And that's the guy that's in that movie.
And then look at his settlement, and then they'll just rewrite the fucking user agreement, like the purchase agreement.
I know.
And it's just on the
even
back
though
of the
it's
box.
because she did it on herself. But see, people do sue for things, and things do happen. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, what could happen?
There is inherent risk with everything.
Yes. But there also is slimy enough lawyers out there. Sorry if you're a lawyer. I love lawyers. I have lawyers in my family. There are people out there that will try to make their name in lights because they sued and won on something with inherent risk.
Go back to the, do you have the podcast open?
Yes.
Go back to that. Because I need to know what you would do if you were walking down the beach and you saw this motherfucker laying there.
Hold on.
Because this particular fish isn't just a fish.
Please hold because, there we go. Oh, yeah, no.
It's a goddamn dinosaur is what that
They're
is.
really low in the water. They have lights, and that's on the end of his...
They're between 3,000 and 6,000 feet down. It's a Pacific football fish.
Is that all of him, or did he get cut in half?
It's kind of like, there's other pictures, and he's still like,
He's an alien.
he's short, and he's got this little thing,
And
and
then
he
do you
puts
see his
it out.
teeth?
Yeah.
That's what he attracts the prey with.
Yeah. And it's a lure. I read about it. It's a lure.
You've not read about these fish before?
But they don't normally wash up in Southern California, man.
Where in California?
You just said Southern California. I
Did
was
they
like,
say why it washed up? Like, is
he
it
was like,
is
I'm
it
bored.
like,
I'm going to go up
is it
there.
like-
I'm going to go up top. I'm going to go top side.
What's the movie with Jason Statham and the big shark that comes up from underneath?
Fuck, who knows? Meg.
Meg. Something like that. But did he basically be like, I'm bored of this warm water?
Fuck, who knows? But he said he saw that in Finding Nemo. I'm pretty sure. I think it actually, I think it was, right, dude?
If you saw that in the water, like if you were scuba diving, would you freak out?
No, because I'm not 3,000
No.
feet down.
Well, obviously he wasn't always three.
I've been.
If you happen to be the scuba diver that's in the air when he decides to make a break for the...
He's like, I'm fucking out. He's just getting.
I'm out.
That's how he got a divorce. He's like, fuck this. I'm out.
I'm out. And he went a little, and you're the scuba diver who
No,
finds him.
Jimmy, don't do it.
Don't
go to the
You're gonna
light.
die. Would you freak out if you were a scuba diver and you came across this fish making his break?
I'd punch it in his fucking face.
I would be
swear
out
to
of the
God.
water. I would
Take my
basically-
diving knife out and just stab that bitch in the
I'm
head.
not going to be the stupid one that does that. I'm going to go the opposite direction,
Little
and then I'm going to
dangly
walk in water.
hand thing. That hand thing It's like out of nightmares. Literally, that's the thing. Okay, so when you guys are hanging your fucking feet off the bed, that's the thing that's going to touch your fucking feet.
This is also the thing that keeps me from putting my feet in the fucking water, dude. This is why I no longer surf, because of shit like this.
It's not great white sharks anymore. It's fucking football fish.
I mean, you think I'm kidding. That is the
Ian's
reason.
in a boiling pot. I don't know. I don't know that I've never met a person that's had one
I
of
wonder if
these
he's
fish.
even edible. I mean, is he like a monkfish that looks horrible, but he tastes good?
No, because monkfish tastes like
See,
shit.
Bill said he would freak out. Oh, and get touched by seaweed. Yeah, no, I absolutely 100% on board with you
So
on that.
just if you're listening into the podcast on iTunes or Spotify or whatever, we post
This fish
all the
is
images
freaky.
out to our
Freaky.
to our
Freaky-deaky.
Instagram channel.
Yeah.
The bar is open, and on Facebook. So if you want to go check it out, I'll
There's
post
a high
it all up.
likelihood that I'll never get in the ocean in California again.
Oh, fuck off!
I mean, I didn't really get in the ocean in California to begin with because it's cold and there are rocks.
No, she would surf like this.
I did. I would wake
so
up.
So she would be like completely belly, unless we were in like Dana Point, where it's like 6 feet deep,
Right.
And like the waves
I could
were 2
see the
feet,
water.
and it's completely. Yeah. No, David
happens.
said barracudas are more aggressive than sharks.
That's
They
what
are,
happens
yeah.
when you start watching Shark Week. Is you no longer want to put your feet in the water while you're surfing. So you come out sore the whole next day, and you're like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. Guys, fuck. I don't know. What would
I got
you
a
do?
surfboard if you want to buy it. Not really. I would keep it.
It's in the garage.
Because Florida, do they surf in Florida? Anywhere in Florida?
Yeah. That's where Kelly Slater's from fucking Florida.
Because
man.
the water
Not
was
that the water-
awesome.
Not that the waves are.
No, the
Excuse
waves
me.
suck, but the water the water was
Right in
awesome.
the-
I would maybe surf in
there are a lot of
Florida,
like
but-
the Gulf side's all wind driven. Pacific or Atlantic side, I don't know. I've never been surfing on the Atlantic side, so I don't know. You guys tell me. So
Mika says he's seen guys go home with worse. Worse than that? I don't even want to know. Oh. Girls. Who runs the world, girls? All right. Well, hey.
Cicada craze. What's going on with fucking cicadas now?
All right. So
Dude,
you brought this up.
So we talked about this a long time ago. In Texas, we have
Okay.
cicadas here, and
We
they're
do.
fucking insane.
They are crazy.
They just walk. They fly around there like, wee, and then they bounce into my ceiling fans, and then they get baseball batted across the fucking
Now,
porch.
those are called I learned a lot on those. Are
Oh,
called
Jesus,
annual.
you did homework?
Yes, those are called annual cicadas, and those literally they migrate to the ground for a
Where
year.
we have all the holes coming out of it.
They migrate to the ground for a year, and then they come up. They live
Don't they stay underground like 10 years or some crazy shit?
not annuals. The ones that you're talking about. These guys have been underground for 17 years.
Jesus Christ.
So some of these cicadas, apparently, there's this whole like like they have.
Because it's based on like certain areas of the United States as well. They have like groupings.
So this one is called. I thought it was Brood X, but it's Brood 10 because it's using the Roman numeral.
Ruben and Nico, I can attest to that. My brother was a Marine. So anyway, go on.
Still talking about girls, huh?
Yeah.
So the ones that are coming up are called Brood 10. There are
Brood 10.
Brood, BROOD.
Brood.
And
Okay.
I thought it was Brood X, but it's Brood 10. It's using then why not just put the number 10 and not the X? Because, well, people like me are like Brood X, and they're like Brood 10 for the Roman number. Okay, put the number there then. Anyways, so there are apparently like 15 different periodical cicadas in the U.S. There's 15 periodical cicada broods, was what they call the species types.
Yeah.
There's 15 of them, dude. There's 15 different types, anywhere from 1 year to 13 years to 17 years. Well, this group that's getting ready to come out any day now, sometime this week.
Are they going to be here?
Nope, they're in 16 states on the East Coast. So anywhere from North Georgia, North and South Carolina, Washington, D.C., those areas.
Okay, so it's East Coast.
Could see billions of them.
Right in time for a gas shortage where you can't escape that fucking flock of locusts.
And the reason why they do so many is because they're trying to increase the chance,
Of getting laid.
not eaten, so that they can produce and lay eggs. And another 17 years from now, another billion would come out. So this group that laid eggs in 2004,
Seems like fucking aliens, dude. I'm telling you.
they're
Have you ever looked at a cicada?
they're
Like,
scary looking, but they're not at all mean. They're not at all.
No, they're just
They
creepy
sit on
as
your finger
fuck, and they're
they look like aliens.
gigantic.
They
And
get
then,
the big
like in my
eyes.
backyard, we have shells of
And
those
Lucy's like-
fucking things all over the place.
Lucy
They're
catches them
fucking-
and tries to eat them.
They're like aliens. They have little exoskeleton
They do.
fucking.
So, but here's the sad. So they've lived 17 years underground.
Okay.
They come up and they're only alive, I think it said, for a day or two while they try to mate, and that's why
How
they
shitty of a life.
they-
They're just like, I need to get laid.
that
now.
noise is to draw the girls.
And then they get beat to shit
And
by my
usually
ceiling
they
fans.
they have sex and then they die. Both of them die after she lays eggs.
How sad.
Well, here's my thing. I was like,
Like,
they
you
didn't
just want to
have.
have like a cigarette.
They're like they didn't have sex
drink
for
a
17
beer
years.
after.
That sucks. I mean, I don't think
Are they
like,
17-year-olds then?
I don't think they come out and go, thanks, bleh. I think they probably die
They go have
shortly.
dinner,
Yes.
and then
they
they're
smoke
like-
a cigarette and have a beverage together, and then they die. Or he dies and she goes and lays her egg.
Like,
And
come on, motherfucker!
I didn't know this. They lay their eggs in branches. Like they actually tear
Do they
the branch.
require foreplay?
Well, they got enough hands and arms to make it fun.
A little. You know what?
Let me put all my hands on you,
Like-
baby. So yeah, but so I think so they're invasive, but they're not destructive. That's the thing.
They don't eat all my fucking plants.
No,
Like
they're not
the
like
caterpillars
locusts,
that have been out there.
which are the grasshoppers that fly that used to decimate
India.
acre.
India's getting fucked right now.
Acres-
So say a
what's
prayer
not-
for those guys right now.
I can't think of the word. Fields of
Corn.
yeah. They're not
It's
like
the
that.
locusts from
They can
fucking.
usually only max.
What was
they
that
can fly.
creepy movie with the fucking old lady that crawls on the
Oh yeah, Legion.
Legion? Yeah, that they had the
When the
locusts
car's
there.
driving through and it's
That fucking.
but these guys can
grandma,
only
dude.
fly like 100 feet.
My
So
grandma was like her height too. Almost looked like her too. She's probably in heaven though.
she's totally in heaven.
She was crazy.
They were hoping. So typically this happens like the first.
Sweet, but mean.
This,
Anyway, go on.
this usually happens like the first week in May, but because they've been having a lot of, I guess, cool weather.
Maine exists, Bill. I was born in Portland. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm done.
Go on with your bad self.
No, that's all right. I'm good.
I'm trying to interact
You do you, bro.
and live
you do
live
you.
in this life that is cicada craze. All right. You know what?
Yeah. Are you talking about the one that was hacked?
Which one?
The gas
Yeah.
was hacked.
So the gas pipeline,
Good thing we both just gassed up.
it's not going to affect us.
No, it's not. Why wouldn't it?
We send gas that way,
Oh.
right? So there's this gas fucking, it's a big deal, right? And
Mhm.
depending on, I don't give a fuck what side you're on of the aisle in
Right.
this.
Do you think somebody did it on purpose from the States to shut them down? To impact?
So we're going to get into a little conspiracy theory
I just
that
pulled
I
total
thought.
conspiracy
Well,
theory out my ass, and that's
read the
totally not
notes.
who I am.
So I kind of was thinking about it. Everybody knows the gas shortage is going on, and the current administration was like, it's not that big of a deal. And then you have like friends that live there that are like, I can't get fucking a hold of gas. Like I cannot find. So I pulled up Gas Buddy
Yep.
last night.
Yep.
And I pulled up because
Us
Ross
here in town, or
over in North Carolina. Ross is going to North Carolina
Right.
because he's got a funeral to go to. And
oh, that's it.
sorry.
You pulled
But
up Gas Buddy.
They can't find gas in like Wilmington, right? So I started just like clicking on towns
How much was
throughout. Well, it's not even how much. There's fucking none.
I know, but when you can find it, how much is it?
There's none. There's none. All the gas stations are empty
How's that possible?
because what happened is there's a fuel shortage that's
And
causing
it's
like
just
this
North
chain.
Carolina that has no gas.
Well, no,
so
it's the whole East Coast.
Okay.
So I just happened to figure out I know
Okay.
where he lives, and I was
I'm
going to
picking
figure
up
out
what
where
you're
to
putting
go.
down now. Yep.
And the interesting part was I looked kind of all up and down the seaboard, and then it only goes so far up. Like Virginia has already come out with like a state of emergency. Several states have come out with state of emergencies. And then I started thinking, I was like, all right, conspiracy time, right? What happens if they just said, you know what? We don't want people fucking traveling the next couple weeks. We're going to skyrocket. So regardless if
Not
you
even
think,
skyrocket at this point. We're going to sabotage.
so we're gonna regardless if you think it was Russia, China, we know it was a hack.
Could have been United States hack.
But and it's a private industry. So the current administration came out and said, well, it's not really our fucking fault.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
private industry. You guys got to kind of figure out on your own, like fucking all Cartman and shit, right? And I went, Okay, if they're not willing to kind of say it isn't a big deal, where you have fucking a million photos of people in line, and then there's all the meme photos, right? You have situations like that going on, and I'm just kind of throwing this out.
What's the picture?
That's a trunk
Full of gas?
full of bags of gasoline.
Oh, that's not dangerous at all.
No.
You're fucking kidding me.
I just randomly found that one.
Okay.
But somebody fucking did that.
Oh, wow.
Right? And there's pictures. And
that's
and
the
I
reason
know
why they
it's
run
over
out of
the
gas.
years,
Same thing happened
people
with
are
fucking
like
toilet
filling
paper.
up giant jugs or filling up 50 fucking jugs. And I just picked that to make a fucking point, right? Like, people are stupid as shit.
Oh, no, that's why I said same thing happened with toilet
Like,
paper.
what the fuck are you going to do with that? Have you ever put gasoline on a piece of plastic? Like,
It eats through it.
it just fucking melts through that
I
shit.
mean, obviously, they're
That's
not
a
the
very
brightest
special
bulb.
bag right there that's holding that gasoline in. Anyway, but I started thinking, I was like, what happens if they were just trying to make us not, like, it's not going to happen
Either
in
that
Texas.
or have to, you know how we're going back to buying from our friends across,
Where?
like,
Oh, like the Arabs?
Saudi Arabia, like if they're trying to, like,
You never
spike
know.
up their sales.
Drive up, but the prices of gas on the East Coast are already over $3.
Well, that's
Right.
not bad.
But it drives costs because now, so the pipeline's opened back up.
Right.
It's going to drive
This
demand.
pipeline that was down opened back up, or other pipelines?
This pipeline
opened up?
that was down, they just
Fixed it?
said, I read earlier, is it's going to drive up costs. So then you go down the rabbit hole of how does the economy get the money back that people are holding on to, right? The stimmy checks, the stimuluses
Right.
that people get. Well, you start thinking about, like, I'm going to drive around all goddamn day to find gas.
I'm going to run out of gas looking for gas.
Why don't I just stay the fucking home and not try and find gas? Don't worry about it. Fucking stay at home.
It's only going to happen for 5 days.
Right.
Then there's going to be gas.
It's interesting. Just think about just kind of
Or
step
do you
back and
think
think
it
about
could
shit.
be they're doing this to keep people at home because they're trying to say everything's open back up, but they really want people at home
That's
still?
kind of what I thought about initially, right? And I
You
was
know?
like, we don't want people to go out, so we're just going to crash the fucking East
Right.
Coast gas, whatever demand.
Yeah.
And if you're in Florida and you can't get gas, you can't go anywhere. What's coming up in the next couple weeks? One of the biggest travel weeks of the year.
Memorial Day?
Memorial Day, right? People out on boats, people out doing stuff, people out traveling, people out like Florida where we were at a couple weeks ago. You had to have a car. You can't get fucking anywhere without a car. It's not a bicycle.
Right. I
Unless
mean, it
you're
is.
directly on the coast.
Right. It is if you live in the right place, but if you live in the outskirts of the coast,
Where are you guys all at? Like, just kind of throw it out there. Like, are you guys being
Jake.
impacted?
drinking a White Claw.
Who?
Jake asked if you were drinking a White Claw.
I am drinking a White Claw. White Claw and some amino acids because I jammed in a workout real quick right before the show. So, I don't know. Let's throw it out. Just think about it, right? So, like Texas, we may be impacted as like downstream demand,
Right.
right? It might bring up the cost, but you know what I mean? Like, we just filled up your car.
Right. And
You
your
get
truck, not too
900 miles per gallon on your car.
And I drive it like 1 mile a day.
She literally has 900 miles in her
I
car.
don't even have 900 miles on my car.
And it's how
Got it in
old?
October.
6 months old?
7
I
months
don't
old.
even know why we bought her a fucking car.
Because
I
it's-
should have got her one of those goddamn hoverboards. It would have been
Because
cheaper.
it's fucking beautiful.
It would have been cheaper
And
to
it's
get you
my
a
car,
hoverboard.
and I bought it. Thank you. You didn't buy me no fucking car.
We.
No. Whose name is it in?
Whose money does it come out of?
Mine.
Ours, asshole.
Whose name is it?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Still our bank accounts.
It's my car.
It's our bank account. If you die, it's my car, so it's all good. And who are you going to give it to?
Paige. And then if she can't keep it, I'm gonna tell her wreck it. Or I can't have it. It's my car. Not really.
Oh, snap. There's some insurance fraud happening.
Oh, shut up. Suck it.
It's even worse. Can't say it out loud, but it's even worse.
No.
Knowing what I know.
You don't know shite. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of cars now, and here's the thing too, is a lot of cars now are so gas efficient. Is it really going to cause a problem for some people? It's not.
Dude.
If you drive a Skate or a Prius or a
Prius is still a thing.
yes, or a Tetanus, but that's not
Tesla?
Tesla. I said tetanus. That's kind of funny. I mean, there's so many. lot of battery cars now. So really, if an Uber driver has a battery run car, done. You'll still get somewhere.
Till
So Ruben
once
said,
they shut down the coal plants, then nobody's getting anywhere. So we're all fucked.
said he'd go over to Ohio.
There you go. All right. So this one's kind of fucked up. So
What?
in the same vein as China just fucking leaving garbage all over the place,
Right?
check out this shit. So this is a glass bridge in China. It's 260 meters up, 1,000 feet practically. Right? I don't know. I don't know meters. We're in the U.S., man. It's not meters. It's an extra 3 inches. We can't calculate that in our tiny U.S. minds. So
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
it's 260 meters up. It's about 1,000 feet up.
Okay.
This bridge. It got hit by 90-mile-an-hour winds.
90. I feel like if it's that high up, shouldn't it be more stable than that?
Well, it's China. It's kind of like they had a rocket fall out of the goddamn sky. So, and they didn't know where the fuck that thing was going to land. But the funny part about it is if you look closely.
Ruben says 853 feet.
Thank you, sir. I was close. 1,000 feet.
Wait, so that person is standing on no glass?
Yeah.
Did it fall out while they were
It's
walking
a glass
on it?
bridge.
I know. I just realized I saw the reflection of the glass and I realized the rest won't work like that.
That thing got fucked up.
Was he on it when it got fucked up, or why
Yeah.
is he out there like that?
He was on it.
Could you imagine? His pants must have been a huge mess.
Could you imagine being
No,
on that motherfucking
Not
bridge?
in the slightest.
90-mile-an-hour winds.
It is basically Raiders of the Lost Ark
Yeah.
when he cuts the bridge
He
down.
needs the fucking whip to hold the
Is that
goddamn
Raiders
thing.
of the Lost Ark?
Yeah. He's like,
No.
nah, you, blah, blah, blah,"
Raiders of the
whatever
Lost
he
Ark
said.
was the Ark. This is the other one where they're trying to get the skulls. Anyways,
Not the crystal skulls.
not the crystal skulls. These are the Indian skulls.
We suck at movies, if you guys haven't realized.
We don't
Temple
suck
of Doom.
at movies.
Thank
We
you,
know them, but
DJ.
what?
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. Thank you, sir.
With the alligators, and the dude falls off,
You
and he
just
goes, rah,
says
rah,
it.
rah, and all of a sudden, dude's
And they're
just
all
gone.
strong enough to just grab the rope and like stay on that way.
That's how
That's
I would-
basically what this bridge
Oh my
fucking
God,
was.
Indy. We'll go for a ride.
That's basically what this bridge was. Temple of Doom bridge.
So, motherfucking all
How
the
did
glass.
they rescue him?
All the glass falls out. They sent a search and rescue team out. Basically, he's got that whole siding. I mean, you just crawl across. Like, you ever been on a jungle gym?
I mean, I was thinking I
Only
would
you're
probably
1,000 feet off
I
the
would
ground.
probably crawl. Well, I'd like to
860.
say I'd be brave enough to be like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna just shimmy my way over there. I don't know. Although you could probably the metal hopefully stays together,
Get
so you could just
prepared to meet
shimmy
Khalil. Yeah, that's what he
to
said.
metal to metal. God, that's crazy.
That fucking nuts, right?
Oh, worst nightmare.
You kind of go back and you go, that's what your iPhone's made out of.
Kali. What? Huh?
I said, that's what your iPhone's basically made of.
Oh.
That's why when you drop this thing an inch, it fucking cracks.
Greg? It's called dropping it 4 feet 10 times a day.
No, I don't drop
You.
it 4 feet 10 times a day. But still, my phone's probably more like
Durable.
durable than that bridge. They're like, fuck it.
So here's the crazy thing too. I'm thinking this guy. So these 90-hour winds come. Wouldn't you just started hauling ass off the thing?
I don't think the guy had a chance because the thing's like 300 feet wide.
I mean, it's really big. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But I mean, he obviously is right next to the deck. I'm pretty sure he could have probably made it back.
So I was also thinking, I was like, probably I can't sue for emotional trauma because it's fucking China. So yeah, he's kind of fucked, right? I don't know, guys. It was one of those things I saw earlier, and I was like, yeah, you're screwed.
I was just looking at the face I was making while I was having this conversation. I'm like, my eyebrows are up, and I'm all like, judgy face. I'm like, you idiot! You could have run back. When the wind started going, it didn't hit 90 per hour all at once. It slowly increased, I would think. But what do I know? Oh, run, Forrest, run.
Run, Forrest, run. Cheers. We haven't had a cheers in a bit.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. Happy Wednesday.
Could you
Thanks for
imagine?
joining in
I
on,
had to shit my pants
on
so
the
bad.
Wednesday night. Bar is open.
Dude,
Fuck,
I
right?
I would have died. I would have died of a heart attack. The bridge wouldn't have killed me. My heart would have given out.
Dude, imagine just. Well, so, okay, so they have, like, the Grand Canyon.
Well,
They
we
have
did that thing at
the Skywalk or whatever, and, dude, it's supposed to be really thick.
It is
and
really
they've had
thick.
to shut that thing down a few times because the grass will
glass.
crack. The
Somebody would
glass
drop a
will
rock or
crack. Well, I don't even know it's that because it's really, really thick,
Yeah.
but still.
you don't want to take a chance of it
then
going
they
all
have
the way
like
through.
the You know, the ones that are up on
the elevator,
the Sears Tower.
Well, the ones in
it is.
Vegas at the Palms.
Oh, we did that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit.
So I was thinking about this. So we did that rope course in Flagstaff. For those of you guys that aren't familiar, Flagstaff has this.
It's a medium, Bill.
Your shirt has this rope course that's in the trees that starts
Extreme.
Flagstaff
Extreme.
It starts off at one level and goes up 4 levels. And I did okay up until the very end of level 3. And then I was like, level 4 is harder. Fuck that. I'm out. Because even though you're harnessed in and you're totally.
Yeah, it's like rock climbing.
We've seen people they're halfway and all of a sudden they look down. They're like, I can't move.
Right.
And luckily they have people there to be like, stay there. I'll come get you. You know, and they lower them down. But I'm pretty sure that would have happened to me on that bridge. I would have been like, I can't move.
It's all right. Fight or flight. Yeah. Only your flight is to stay still.
My fight is to stay still.
The fight to save your life.
The fight is to stay still.
Yeah, so it was up in Flagstaff, Arizona.
And if you have an opportunity to do it, it's so
rad.
much fun.
Yeah.
You actually finished it once. You didn't. We
went twice
we got
or
to
3
the
times.
middle
Then we got
end
lightning.
of the third level, and then lightning started coming, and we waited for a little while, and then we were like, screw this, let's go get drunk.
Yep. Flagstaff's a fun little town.
And then when your nephew and his girlfriend came to town, we did it, and you guys finished it. I think Becca quit at the end of the second one, and I quit at the end of the third one, and you and Christian only finished because he didn't want to be
up by his fucking uncle.
He didn't want to look like a wussy next
bitch.
to his uncle. So
Christian, good. I'm glad I pushed you.
He was shaking so bad when he got done. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did that." I was like,
dump.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Looking through the comments over here, yeah, Flagstaff definitely has a shit ton of hippies over here, but over there. But it's funny shit. It's a great little town. If you ever get a chance to go there, there's a ton of cool shit. If you're into like ghost hunting and stuff like that, Flagstaff, Jerome is badass.
Dude.
There's some
and they have tons of wineries in Jerome.
Yeah, ton of wineries in Cottonwood. There's a lot of really cool shit. So, this one is what I posted out earlier. So this is the Dong Man, is what I'm calling him. So
dunk, 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 dunk.
The Dong Man. I just fucking stumbled on this goddamn article earlier. Right. So this dude, it's a giant etching of a giant dong dude. And they don't even have a name for it. They don't know why it was there. And I was like, that's the fucking world's oldest meme ever. Right? That's just some dude. That's like us. Just out there in the field and be like, watch this. Right? And you just draw a dude with a dong up to like his 3rd rib, which has got to be goddamn gigantic. I mean,
he's everything every romance
if you
novel
were to
has ever been
that motherfucker,
about.
that thing's almost up to his nipples. That's John Holmes shit, right? That's the dude in the actual meme. The black guy that's sitting on the side of it that's dead. That's that dude. They make...
Did you hear what I said? He is the epitome of every man ever written about in a romance novel.
Is he? They're just gigantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, little backstory. The article said, I think it said like giant penised man, not quite as old as originally thought. And I was like, what in the fuck?
Did not say that.
Yeah. Let me give me the clicker thingy, the link in. This famously well-endowed giant. I'll just read it. Yeah, that's fine. This famously well-endowed giant etched on a hillside isn't as old as we thought, because he's only the etching is 700 to 1100.
Did they touch him up?
Years AD. So let me see if I
would
can
imagine they have to touch him up because.
See if I can blow this up.
I love the little people in the feet, and there's somebody right by his balls.
I'm gonna blow this up a little
think
bit.
that guy knew he was right by his balls?
A little bit, right? So it's a little bit over us, but so I mean, you can see people up in there, like at the top.
That's why I said, do you think they'll see those people by the balls? Do you think they're like, let's go stand by his balls? Point at him.
Just hold it. I don't know.
I totally would have been like, let's go stand by his balls.
So it was found in Dorset, England.
Okay.
And like I said, it's basically just a funny-ass, really old meme.
But does it say, do they keep it? Like, do they take care of it?
Those people are taking care of it.
Okay.
All those people are working on it. They found the giant dong dude in England.
How old did they think he was?
It didn't say like the original.
And how old is he really?
700 to 1100 AD. So what's that? 1,000 years old, 1,500 years old, something
I mean,
like
does it matter if he wasn't even that old when I mean, that's fucking old.
that. 1,300 years old. I don't
People
know
have been
math.
taking
I
care
don't know
of
math, guys.
People have been taking care of his dick and balls for ever.
Well, no, they just uncovered his dick and balls.
Oh.
Because they just recently found his dick and balls.
What?
And then the rest of them.
Do you think they just laugh their asses off when they
Fuck
first
yes,
found
right?
it?
That would be the funniest thing ever. Be like,
John,
oh
look,
my, like
you
you're the
take
dude with
credit
like
for
the
this.
little sweeper thing, like in Egypt, right? And they're just like sweeping, and they're like, oh my god, this thing's huge.
They don't know it's a
This thing-
wiener.
and then they just get a broom.
They don't know
out.
it's a wiener till somebody goes up top and be like, "Let's get an
Like you
aerial
have to
photo."
fly a fucking
And
drone.
they were like, you know where you were
I've
at,
been
dude?
uncovering a dick for the past fucking month and a half.
Yep. Your call to fame is uncovering a giant wanger.
Ian said, "Why is his dong so small, motherfucker?"
Why is it hard? Is what I want to know.
That thing is pointing north, right?
You'd have trouble peeing in the morning. Little morning wood.
So if you were to, okay, so to the crew out there, go out and like invert that bitch and see how long it actually is if it was like soft.
It wouldn't be nearly that long.
Would it not?
No.
If you were to do a little math on that
You
thing,
shrink.
would it be down to like your knees?
You grow and shrink and grow and no. You're long. Never mind. I'm not going to have an anatomy conversation with you. If you didn't
Craig
learn
said,
this.
"Why are there no veins?" I have no idea, but they put the ribs on the guy. I don't know.
And nipples.
And nipples. He's got some really weird arms. Whatever. He's got a big ass battle axe sword thing.
Yeah. I don't think I'd swing that thing naked.
You know what?
though.
You're gonna learn something if you tune in. So fuck off.
Little something.
A little something. God damn it. Chick-fil-A. So if you guys are big Chick-fil-A fans and you like their sauces.
Oh, you love their sauce. You love their Chick-fil-A sauce.
All right, so I recently started eating Chick-fil-A. Maybe a few months ago?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with the sauce. Like the food's decent. I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. But the Chick-fil-A sauce is the shit. And now there's a shortage of it because
You better buy the big bottles.
of the supply chain. That's going to be all fucked up because
That's
of the
happened to
gas
a lot
shortage.
it's not due to the pandemic. Like,
Yeah, they've had plenty of it. Now they're going to be limiting the number of sauces you can get.
well, you could get 5. I love ketchup, guys. You could get 5 ketchups. I wonder if they're going to be like, you can only have 3.
They'd be like, fuck you. Their sauce is the best part about the whole meal. So
Making me
I just want to
hungry.
make sure you guys know that Chick-fil-A,
They're
fucking gases.
tightening up their reins right now.
They're
huh?
tightening their rein. So that's just an FYI out to you guys. So Beth's got, what's this school bus hijack? Who hijacks a bus? It wasn't like, was it a kid? Was it like a 9-year-old?
No, he was an Army trainee.
I never had Chick-fil-A until like a few months
Because
back.
he didn't realize that
I'm allergic to nuts.
he's allergic. Not all nuts. You're allergic
I was.
to peanuts. Your mom made you think you were allergic to all nuts, but you're only allergic to peanuts. And you had this
I'm
fear.
a child of the 70s, goddammit.
You didn't realize, and Chuck told you this years ago. You just finally decided to believe me recently. They cook their food
judge
in
me.
peanut oil, but they cook it at such a high
It burns off the
viscosity.
enzyme that
burns off the enzyme
Doesn't
that people
kill
are
people
allergic,
that have a peanut
allergic
allergy.
to.
Evidently. I'm not a doctor. Beth's not a doctor. Don't kill your kids.
Well,
peanuts.
yeah, don't feed it because we told you this. Take your risk on your own and don't say the Lamontaines told you so. But, so yeah, this guy, he was a Fort Jackson trainee.
Okay.
And
Let me know when I need to post it.
Okay, and let me talk about it a little bit. He hijacked a South Carolina elementary school bus with 18 children and a bus driver on board. He basically, with his AR, I think it's an AR. I don't know if it says what kind of gun it is. He basically took his training gun with him when he broke through barbed wire to get off base. He was trying to he was trying to get home back to New Jersey. He was homesick.
Is he going AWOL
He went AWOL.
with his rifle?
With his rifle. Hijacked an elementary school bus with 18 children. We can play the video.
Not too fucked up, right?
No, it's not fucked up at all. So basically, it's not the clearest video.
It's fine. What a fucking dickbag.
Yeah, well, so he goes, this poor bus driver too. You could tell he's old, and he's like, "Please don't point that gun."
And he's got a goddamn. It's a train. It's not. Is it a real rifle?
It's a real rifle.
Okay.
It's
It
a
wasn't like a
rifle.
blue rifle. Okay.
It wasn't. They found out in the end once they abducted him, it wasn't loaded. Because what he did is he hijacked the bus. He made all the kids come to the front, and the kids, total kids, are you going to kill us? Are you going to kill the bus driver? What's going to happen? They started asking too many questions. So he made the bus driver pull over.
Let them all off?
Let him and the kids all off. And he drove the bus another, what was it?
What a fucking shitbag. I don't give a You're homesick, you fucking idiot.
I mean.
Get fucked. No.
So he had them hijacked for 6 minutes, and he only drove the bus a few miles before abandoning
in his PT gear.
Before abandoning it because he couldn't drive the bus. He couldn't drive it. So, when he abandoned the bus, he left his rifle on it. So he basically just takes off on foot.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this.
He just basically takes off on foot.
Is he just the world's biggest beta bitch?
Yeah.
He had to have been, right?
I think. And the
what branch?
Army, Fort Jackson. They did issue, Fort Jackson officials issued an apology saying this was failure in their accountability procedures, and they regret and apologize to the community. Because I was thinking about that, I was like, there had to be signs of distress probably before this, I would think. I don't know.
He just fucking couldn't get his Twinkies and he just fucking snap or what?
I guess he just got to the point where he was like, I don't know if something...
He was probably, you know what it was?
It was the straw that broke the camel's back, maybe?
His
something
fucking
happened?
girlfriend was hooking up with some dude and the kid's fucking 18 years old.
23.
Fucking even worse. 23 years old and he's got a 17-year-old girlfriend back at home that he's fucking like, I can't live without you. Fucking just regarded.
I just snorted, sorry.
Jesus
so, yeah, I mean,
Christ.
and the officials did say it was probably one of their scariest calls. You have 18 kids on this bus.
Yeah. He's lucky he didn't get shot the fuck.
He didn't take his gun with him, so at least he was smart in that sense that when he left the bus, I don't know if he did it on purpose or by accident, but he didn't take the gun. Otherwise, he probably would have gotten shot.
Fuck yeah. You got 18 kids on that bus? And the thing that fucking stressed him out was not his drill instructors. It wasn't anything else. It was a bunch of kids asking him too many questions.
So he kicked them all off. Hey, at least
I'm glad the kids are all fucking safe and everybody's safe. But
I mean, obviously, something. I mean, and they said that because that's one of the things I was reading. I was like, didn't they do like a psych test
correct.
before? And they said he didn't come off as anybody with issues. So this is something that
he's just a bitch.
Started when he was in boot camp, and they're not even allowed to be mean in boot camp anymore.
Not compared to
no.
A long time ago, no.
When real men were in boot camp.
Craig said he was a dude that was about to punch his drill sergeant in the face, but pussed out. Exactly. There's a lot of online. I'd punch my drill sergeant in the face if he said that it got in my face. No, you wouldn't, motherfucker, because you get fucking hammered, and then you get put. Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, no. Well, everybody talks really big until it comes down to it. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'll be like, I'll kick her ass. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
But Beth could actually kick people's asses.
Well, yeah, and if I do it drunk, it's actually going to happen. So when I don't have the common sense to walk away,
we try and be smart about stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking entertainment time, dude. If you want to watch a creepy, so does everybody know who Ed Gein? Do you know who Ed Gein is?
We know about him because
Ed Gein,
Ghost Adventures. Used to have a show called Deadly Possessions, and somebody brought in
way
some
before
of the
all
tools.
that shit.
Somebody brought in some of this tool they found in his garage and they kept them. The guy that said everybody started dying in the show, that's the guy that was on the show with Zach, and he was like, "Please take this because." So
Ed Gein is the story.
Fucking psycho.
The dude that like Leatherface is based on. It's
Psycho's based on.
Silence of the Lambs, all of that shit, right? So it's creepy. By the way, going back a second, dude on the board Nico said, my drill instructor punched me, not the other way around. Exactly. That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
But we watched one, and it's called Ed Gein, The Real Psycho, and it's on Discovery Channel. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what, a couple hours long, maybe hour and a half, something like that. It
was a paranormal. I mean, it's definitely, don't go into it thinking it's a history story. I mean, there's a lot of history you learn about it, and they go in deep, but it's paranormal.
So it goes in, and the whole lamps and the skin suit of the mom and
his knife. Yep. They actually put his knife.
They find some they get some interesting shit that happens, but go check it out. If you want to check it out, it's on Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
Whatever.
I think it's an hour and 24 minutes.
Yep.
We broke it into 2 nights.
Unless, like everybody else, we have somebody else's login, so don't pay for
that out there.
Everybody shares shit. It's all good, but check it out. It's pretty good. So mine, I do need the clicker thingy now. So feel goods. So we're on to feel goods, guys. This one's pretty cool. So I follow a puppy. Hang on a second. You're not going to be able to hear the audio on this.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to get back to YouTube. I'm going to see this.
All right. So you're not going to be able to see the audio, and I need to rewind it. But this little puppy's name is Joshua. Okay? So Joshua, and it's doing the same thing to my phone that it does to yours.
Yeah.
So Joshua is a puppy that I followed for a long time, and...
Can you make it bigger?
Oh, yep. Let me see. Nope, I can't. I can't make it. He comes into focus.
Oh, my gosh.
So he's
Oh, my
got
gosh.
like a neurological issue, right? And he can't like stay still, right? And he can't walk, so he's in a carriage, like in a cart. But this dog, it says,
a big boy.
just told Josh, and he's a golden doodle.
Yeah.
Just told Josh we have a surprise for him this weekend, and it says like basically he's stoked, right? But I love this dog. If you want to go check him out,
I think I've seen him before when he was a puppy.
At Jordan Fitz on Instagram.
So I will
It's the
tell you,
cutest dog ever.
I
So
will
that's my
tell you
favorite.
that I always have high respect for people that take these.
And he took him
special
in.
need dog.
He and his wife took him in, and they didn't know what was going to happen. It was a little puppy, and
So he
they
didn't
thought,
have it at first. So I will tell you,
No, he had some neurological
he
issues, and
fall
he just
over?
kept falling over.
I almost adopted a dog like that because
Cute as shit.
it broke my heart thinking he's never going to get it out. He was a chocolate lab, and he kept falling over. I don't know if he had the same thing, but he couldn't stand up.
Like
so
his
he
feet just won't.
And I
connect.
wanted to adopt him so badly, and I got told no because he was going to be too much work. But
Nico said, "Beth to Greg, can you make it bigger?" I can. Do it right now.
Stupid. You're so stupid.
But I'll post the links out there so you guys can see them. It's pretty cool.
So mine is really cute too.
Okay.
Give me a second, and I'll tell you when to play it. So, mother's meeting a new mom and a gorilla bond over an adorable baby. So this woman from, I don't remember, she was in the Boston Zoo.
Okay.
She's from Maine. She was at the Boston Zoo, was walking through the ape setup, and
The ape setup.
yeah, and the gorillas got
They started
really,
throwing shit at her.
No, she got really like up close and was like putting her hand up on the window.
Oh,
She's
it was
just
way
really
sweeter than I
taken
expected.
of the baby with the baby. Let me see if I
Your
can-
feel goods are different than mine. I was expecting him to just like be hunking shit over the wall or something.
Oh,
like other
okay.
people.
So turn it on.
Oh, she's got her little baby there too.
And that's what they said. If you look in the background, her little kid's right there. Look, it's her baby.
They're sharing
But
kids.
she
She's like
loved-
pointing at her baby.
And then she was
That's
putting her
cute.
hand up on the window, like by the baby's head, and it just was really sweet. And I thought it was
Yeah,
cute.
that's awesome. So you guys go out and go to the zoo with your babies.
Go to the zoo. Let other babies fall in love with your babies. But I liked it.
Oh yeah,
Thought it was cute.
It's good. It's awesome, guys. Cheers one more time before the end of the show. Got to tell you the funny. It's not funny. Just a what the hell am I talking about? The Today in History is the Pulp Fiction was released to the Sundance Film Festival today. One of my favorite all-time movies,
How many years
of
ago?
course, in 1994.
Okay.
So you want to feel old? 25 years ago?
That's not what makes me feel old.
27 years ago? Fuck, math? 27 years ago. 26 years? Fuck, something like that, right? So, Pulp Fiction.
27 or something like that. 94?
Yeah.
14.
Don't worry, don't
24.
Quentin Tarantino, Uma Thurman, of course, John Travolta, Sam Jackson, all premiered Cannes Film Festival. I thought that was kind of a
That's
cool
such a
thing.
great movie.
Fucking yeah, dude. Bruce Willis was in it.
Everybody was in
Like
it.
everybody was in it. So this movie kind of like
It was on TV the other day.
it's so good, but you can't watch it on TV unless it's on like FX late at night where you can
or
see all
Paramount
the
or
shit,
IFC
right?
where they curse and
Yeah, 27 years ago.
that's what I said.
That's
27.
what Craig confirmed. Math, dude.
Not your not in your favor tonight.
It's not my strong suit right now, but aside from that, hey, go out. Remember, go out, check out Bars Open with Beth and Greg. That's it. We're gonna roll up tonight. Make fire. Go do something good for each other. Whatever that fucking means. I don't know. Donate some money. Fucking
Buy somebody a beer.
get somebody a beer. Right? Cheers. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Ian, come get a beer. Evan Haley, we miss you. First responders, military, all of you folks, thank you so much for what you do for us. Without you, we can't do this shit. And cheers, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll catch you on Friday. It's going to be an early show on Friday because, we're going to Austin on Friday. So if you're in Austin, ping me. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Love you guys. Catch you later.
Guys.
Have a great night.
Have a great week.
Peace. Did I say peace? I said
You did say